have screwed me over, but again, it's not even messing me up that badly. Because he's actually trying to get up my ramp now because he thinks he can go, and I need my zealots to block this ramp while my dragoon does the damage. And again, yeah, as you can see, he's not that bad because he's actually trying to. He's gonna get something out of here. He actually might. He's not gonna win this because when my Dark Templars come out, he's gonna be losing it no matter what. And I'm trying to kill this one SCV or this one SCV that was trying to get away. And here's my Dark Templar out, and now I'm gonna go attack him in a fit. And he killed one of my dragoons with SCVs. I was trying to micro that, but I was too late because of the BattleNet delay response. Anyways, now here we go. He saw my Dark Templar, so he's probably going to get engineering, but he might have already had it for the +1 weapons on Marines. But no worries, because now I'm going to rally to his base, and I'm going to go attack him. And I'm going to get this Robo just in case he has turrets at his front and not behind him. Then I'm going to get a shuttle and DT drop him, which I think will help because most Terran players, I play Terran sometimes myself, and I know when I play Terran, I try to just stop the front, or my front will be, I secure my front with like a bunker and a turret to make sure he won't come up with his Dark Templars, and I don't worry about my main that much, and I think he'll do the same thing. And again, now I'm gonna go see if he has a turret, and okay, there, he does have a turret, so I'm gonna be forced to retreat my units, and wait for my, shuttle to come up and go drop with that. Again, I'm making this not an all-in build, because as long as I'm tied in expansions with him, we are both equally macroed. And so I don't have to worry about him taking an economic advantage later on to the game. So basically, as long as you're tied economically with your opponent, then it's good, and you can just keep macroing. Most people tend to fast expand so they can take the economic lead, but you really don't need an economic lead because in StarCraft you don't have to win by that much. You just have to win. And yeah, that basically means if you win by like 1 Marine or if you win by like 10 carriers, doesn't really matter as long as you win. And so yeah, you don't have to have a big economic lead over your opponent. And again, so he's having 1 base, I'm having 1 base. That's fairly even macro, and now it's just going to come down to whoever has better micro. And he's trying to get a few vultures in my base to harass, and this is going to come down to if my Dark Templars don't succeed, this is going to come down to whoever has better macro game. Because if we're both whoever tries to expand first is going to waste 400 minerals in the expansion, and that's going to make the other opponent have either like 6 extra vultures or like 3-4 extra dragoons, which is basically going to decide who's going to win. And again, I am expanding because I think right now with these Dark Templars, I trust my micro in my Dark Templars that they will do a distinct amount of damage and giving me a big enough advantage to take an expansion and make him not counter quickly enough. Because I'm pretty, you basically have to know how good your micro is. I'm gonna rely on my micro here, and if my micro fails, then I will lose. But I know I'm pretty confident that my micro and these Dark Templars will not lose. And as you can see, he does not have turrets here, so I am going to get a few advantages here. And I have no idea how he got those 3 Marines there. I honestly don't know. I'm probably gonna watch this replay to see how he got those 3 Marines there. But now he did, so I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to make my probes go mine from the southern mineral field. And this one Dark Templar died due to my lack of micro, but again, as you can see, no turrets. This is going to cause him to be really behind also. And I'm going to kill off a few things here. And he lifted his command center, so there we go. Now, by the time he gets that command center back down and starts mining from it, starts mining from it in a good rate, I will have a big enough lead over him. And as you can see, my micro technically no micro, it's just lack of his micro, or his lack of his judgment on what I would have. Basically made him cost the game, and as you can see, my mineral gas ratio was high, so I made my Templar archives I made Templars to make Dark Templar to make an Archon, and there we go. He has 2 factories, so again, he's investing 2 barracks and 2 factories. That's what he's pumping off right now, and he is not mining his minerals right now. So I'm gonna basically, be in an economic lead over him now. And I just I needed those 2 mines to die, because then my Dark Templar would pretty much be dead here. And again, I took the Dark Templar with full life to make it basically take the damage from the mine, so then all my Dark Templars would be equally damaged. Again, good micro, whatever you want. Micro is basically anything that makes you take your units and basically do more damage than he does. And that mine killed off 2 of my Dark Templars, which is not lack of micro by me, because that's how I'm not perfect enough to know how big a mine range is and how much I should spread my Dark Templars out. But again, not lack of anything. Basically, yeah, I'm just waiting for him to land. Again, I'm in a very big lead. I think pretty much it's GG as far as I'm concerned. This is pretty much GG because he cannot possibly come back. And again, I have no idea how he's doing these Marines over here. I think there's a small place in the map or in the mini map where I'm not scouting, and it's basically due to my lack of basically my laziness, and I don't want to scout. Anyway, so here we go. I am gonna rally to my own base now because those units over there, they're not there for any particular reason. I think if he ever pushes out, this is gonna be enough to take off a distinct amount of tanks that he has, and those zealots are there just to clear the mines. And again, now I have getting 3 bases, so I'm gonna have to make a few more gateways to support my economy. And again, if I get these 3 bases running, and he only has 1 base, I'm gonna be in a huge economic lead over him, which will basically make me win after his first push. If you find yourself like in his position where you're really behind, and you know your opponent is ahead of you, don't try to just go, okay, he says GG because he knows I have a big economic lead. That's GG over there. Okay.